That's us live. But the one thing is, John, I think you know this anyway. Try not to swear because YouTube shut you down
Yes.
and all that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
That's
listen.
difficult for me.
So what time? What time are you at, John?
We're at 4:30 in the morning.
Right, have you got? Because let's say I move to Thailand next week, and it would be I'm 7 hours ahead. So what's that? About half two or something like that. What I
Yeah.
want to do, because this is my main income now. Hopefully, I'm going to jump about Asian Australia and try and go to fucking. Oh, I've done it already, and try and go to try and go down to supporters clubs and certainly pop down to Australia, like and
Yeah.
but the thing is, I was told if you go into Australia, if they see extra cameras and that in the bag, they know what you're up to. And I may have to get a work permit to go.
They're a bit strict with some of this shit. I mean, I was in New Zealand 2 weeks ago, and I packed my power pack. I left it in my case, and I got home, and then they'd opened my case and took the fucking power pack.
Aye.
So
there goes the swearing.
I know.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's terrorist talk.
We're live.
We are live though.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, I'm going to in Thailand. I'm going to go over to Wahin and do that, and I might speak to the Bangkok lads as well. The one I don't like. I'm not dogging the party one, but they blocked me for some reason on their pages. So fair enough. You know what I mean? But aye.
Oh, well.
So we'll wait till we get to 50, then dive in. Right, we're at 36 now. What? Remember that? How many did we have? Time one to be 1,700, didn't we?
Aye, at least it was an amazing night. It was the night Martin got sacked, wasn't it?
Aye, that was a kind of fluke that because I had problems with my upload speed, and this is why I've not done it that often. So, evening, gentlemen. Right, so that's it. We've got enough people. We'll start about the game. It's a tough one. Yeah, it's a tough one to work out, isn't it? It's just I like what I saw at the weekend, and it's a case I'd do it again.
Absolutely excited.
On you go, Tom.
Tom, on you go, wee man. Right, what do you think for tonight?
Hibs are a good side. Obviously, they beat Aberdeen at the weekend. They're 2-1. I think, my view personally, I think this will end in a draw. I don't see any side getting the better of each other. I liked what I saw at the weekend from us, but it's all still very new to the players. And there will be mess-ups along the way. I just don't see us. It'll either be like a 3-3 draw or a 1-0 sort of sneaky goal.
What about yourself, John?
I think it's going to be a bit an open game. You know, I think that the games at Easter Road tend to be like that anyway. You know, I've seen us being 2-3 up, and then all of a sudden it's clawed back. We've drawn the game 3 each or 2 each or whatever. You know, you only need to go back to that crazy game a few years ago, 5 each game. So Easter Road's like, I think you never really know what you're going to get. You know.
Yeah,
and more so now with the sort of way we've been playing and the consistency hasn't been there. So I think all we're looking for really is a bit of consistency, which is get a few wins in the bounce and go for there, you know. So look, I think that this guy will set up better than Russell Martin did. If it was Russell Martin, we would be lambs to the slaughter, you know what I mean? But I'm hoping that he picks defenders that they're there and they just defend first and foremost.
Here's a team just been tweeted. Butland, Deja, Suter, no Tav, Cornelius, Aarons, Raskin, Barron, Magoma, Danilo, Sharmiti, Moore. That's quite an interesting setup.
Is Tav on the bench?
That's a 3 at the back. That's a 3 at the back.
Tav's not on the bench. He must be injured. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have thought he would have dropped Tav anyway. You know what I mean? I know Tav is an extremely divisive figure, and I actually don't talk about it much on the page because it just becomes an absolute mess. You know what I mean? But I'll read it again. Butland, Deja, Suter is the captain, which is fair dues. Cornelius, Max Aarons, Raskin, Barron. There's people shouting for Barron. There we go. I get this kid's name wrong. Magoma, Danilo, Sharmiti, and Moore. Moore's an interesting one for me because I know Russell Martin ruined a lot of players. Spurs told us he's going to be a super. This kid's going to be an England number an England starter. I mean, everyone you talk to at Spurs and the coaches that say this kid's something else, and in the second half he came on and he showed what he can do. So I'm quite excited with that setup actually. By the way, for those watching, by the way, John here's a new guy on the pod, and he's in Melbourne. It's 4:30 in the morning. The gentleman's up to talk to us. Brisbane. He's up at 4:30 in the morning to chat to, so that's brilliant.
The initial sort of impact I get from that there is that that's a 3-5-2.
3-5.
Okay. And that might be the way that we start playing from now on. McGowan and Aarons will be wing backs, so McGowan will play at left wing back, and we will have Aarons as a sort of right wing back. It can sort of interchange. Obviously, we have two players that can play wide as well. So if, say for instance, McGowan or Aarons push up in the transition, an attacking player can come back and obviously defend. But it's interesting to see us go for a 3 at the back.
It's let's see. How do you go, John?
He played that way on Saturday. He had a 3-5-2 more or less at the end, by the end of the game.
It'd be interesting to see. The thing is, what I've always thought, the main thing is, I don't think those players are that bad. I mean, it's a mentality thing. It's a big brother I needed, all right. Well, for me and you, John, he's a young kid, but you know what I mean. Danny Rowe, he said it's a mentality thing, and the thing that I love that he says more is he knows he's not here to try and get us playing like 1970 Brazil right now. It's about winning football matches. You know what I mean? The pretty stuff can come next year, and let's be honest, it'll probably be into next season, start next season before he's probably got his set up really going. Is Tav is on the bench? Sorry, hang on a minute. I'm a complete dummy. Give me a second. Tav in here. Do you know what I was looking for? I was looking for Tav, T-A-V. Honestly, I'm as dumb as this one at times, man. Dropping Tav, that's a biggie. Aye.
It's like you said, though, he might be injured. Might be carrying a knock.
Aye. I suppose.
I would say Tav's played through knocks before. He's played through injuries before. I think that's a dropping more than a sorry, Gaffer, I can't play tonight.
I think it's more tactical than he's crap. This has got me thinking. What about the punters and the resting them for the weekend? Could that be? That's what somebody's just said here. Resting for the weekend. Listen, we do want Tav for the weekend. Despite his misgivings, he's done well against Celtic in the past. He's also had complete howlers in the past against them. By rotating, this gentleman, rotating for Sunday, it could be a wee Paul.
It could well be. But when we are chasing league wins and good performances, would you want to rotate the squad?
The thing is, see that squad rotation, let's be honest, we do it all the time. Squad rotation is a thing now. When was the last time teams play the same 11 every week? If they do it 1 week, 2 weeks in a row, the next week it's not going to be the same. That's normal in football. Though. Like John, when we were growing up in the 80s and that, watching them, they would play 15 players a season probably,
Oh, exactly, yeah. I remember Rangers won a treble in the 70s, 78, and I think, it's the first one, Jock Wallace's treble, 74, and I reckon we used 14 players the whole season. But you could turn up the Ibrox and you knew the team before you even went there. Subs were the same. We only had 2 subs back then, so it never really changed. And they went through a full season. And this is what I don't get with modern football now. How many players are injured and they're saying about resting this and resting that. Mm-hmm. When these guys knocked out the same amount of games, they never seem to pick up injuries. Either that or they played through it.
That's it, John. I think I was watching Roy Keane once, and he said he played his whole career with some sort of technically an injury, and said most of the players have got something. It just depends where your pain threshold is and all that. There's are they any fitter nowadays? I've often wondered that. Are they really? Because those pitches they used to play on were heavy as hell.
I think the players are super fit these days than back then, but they're super soft as well. They don't seem to have the toughness to play through it.
That's got it from Stu here. Rotation as a new manager finds his team. I guess he's got to do that. You know, you can't. He's got because this is almost, for want of a better phrase, this is almost like his pre-season. You know, and he'll want to see as much as he can because that's 3 games he's had. The first game in Europe, you can kind of semi-discount and around about with Kilmarnock at the weekend. In this one, he'll be trying to see what his strongest pull out of that, whatever 18 players is for Sunday. You know, because if he can win that game, if he can win tonight and win on Sunday, that's massive. Let's be honest, considering the start we had. What do you reckon, Tam?
I think it's obviously we're taking that, as you said, it's a big sort of thing in modern football now. Having Tavernier on the bench is definitely a shout. It's good that he's not dropping from the squad completely, because if things do start to go, you know what, up, then he'll pull him on and basically say, look, go do a job for me. I think that if it does get to, if we do go behind, it could be going back to what the players know to grab a goal, rather than sticking with something that he's trying to work with just now. So it could go back to sort of a 4 at the back and go for it. It's definitely a big test tonight. You can't say otherwise.
4 lads, Jim just tweeted it's a 3-4-3. I mean, that's an attack-minded football team he's putting out. And going to Hibs, his second game, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? I'm a firm believer. I know this is totally, it's almost sounds stupid. Go and score more goals than the other team, and to do that, you've got to have an attack-minded team. Yes, we need to defend, but you know, I mean, just if that team on its day, if they all play to their strengths, beats everyone in Scotland, maybe maybe not quite as easy as that, but we certainly should be in the position we're in.
Aye, I think that we obviously we've been used to beating everybody in Scotland.
Aye, did you see this comment, John? The team selection is more about Hibs. Okay, that's fair dues. That's a shout.
It might be because they've been playing a 3-5-2. So if we're going with 3 up top, then it's 1v1 up top end of the pitch, and it throws them they've got a decision to make. Do they stick with that formation or do they change it to have an extra player back? You know, so it might be a ruse to try and throw them out of their formation early doors.
Because from Danny Rowe coming in, that Kilmarnock game on Sunday changed Hibs manager's mindset. He said, "Oh, wait a minute, this isn't the Rangers I thought I was going to face." You know, it was a much more dynamic, much more attack-minded team. His team talk this week and his training sessions have been different since Sunday, I would say.
Well, they might change their formation. They might go back to a back 4.
Aye.
And a back 5. You know what I mean? I don't know, but they're playing at home, and I'd imagine their fans would want them to have a go at us. You know?
Aye, I know, and it's just like we Tam were talking just before you come on. I don't normally pay attention to other results, but I tell you what, I have the notifications on for the Celtic game and the Hearts game tonight. The thing is, mate, I don't want to dwell on Celtic too much because we could have done with Rodgers going next week because they could get the new manager bounced this week. O'Neill will get them going. Well, you know, he is that personality.
Also, I didn't see Martin O'Neill. a bit too young for that.
He's getting a dig at us, Frankie.
I know. That's two old farts, the young buck here. No, but that's what I want on the podcast. So it's like a generational thing, you know what I mean? It's because I've always said. So I've interrupted you, Tam. But on you go.
No, that's fine. But you know that someone with history with the club will want to sort of invigorate the players, and the players will want to play for him. Because from what I've heard, it's a legend.
A shit show. It's total.
Aye, he's from what I've heard, he's a legend. And from someone analysed it like this today, and obviously I don't know how correct this is. There's a post I saw on Twitter, but they said that Martin O'Neill is like our Walter Smith, someone that they can rely on. That's what I've seen somebody say. Obviously, I don't know if that's true, or the way that Celtic fans view it, but just that person that knows the club and loves the club.
I would say so. But the thing is, the last time he was at Celtic, he had Larson and all that. They'd a really, to be honest, they were a good football team back then. So can he handle what he's got? It's difficult to say. But anyway, we'll move on for them. I mean, you're right about O'Neill. I think he's held in extremely high regards by Celtic fans. But so how do you see the game going tonight? Do you see? Are you confident Rangers can win tonight?
I think we can win tonight. I think we can win. Hopefully, the big Chermiti guy getting that goal on Saturday, that'll sort of spur him on. You know what I mean? So we seem to be going with a little and large up front, him and Danilo. Interesting. I can't remember. I was listening to something, and Andy Halliday was saying that he's been told that Danilo's actually the best finisher in the club. Rolls run in there right away, and he's recognised that at training.
Okay.
Just to pick on that wee bit about Danilo. So it was Alex Ray that came out in an interview.
Alex Ray, sorry, it was. You're right.
He came out in an interview and basically said, for the time that I was at the club working with those players, Danilo was a cut above the rest, basically. That he would finish it for anywhere. Obviously, we're yet to see that, realistically.
I just love the fact he started with two strikers. You know, I mean, that's one striker up front, you know, and Moore, I think Mikey Moore, he can play, from what I was told, he can play left to right, centre forward if need be, you know. So it's quite, this is an extremely attack-minded team. For me, it's about confidence and installing it to the boys. And it's, But what's Hibs' goalkeeper like? Is that the one that's a bit dodgy?
I think he's.
Say
again, Tom? What?
Trying to remember who their goalkeeper is again.
I know,
it's not David Russell, is it?
No, I'm trying to remember. I thought I saw him had a few howlers, but maybe I'm overthinking it. Somebody in the comments will probably say, what's Milowski? Milowski's still getting offside. I know. Milowski is. But the thing is, people have said in the page that Milowski can only play a certain way, but. You know, I mean, that's what the manager's job's for, the coach's job for. He knows where the goal is. Like, you get that. He scored on Saturday. The goal was chopped off, but it was a right good old-fashioned striker's goal. He scored, if you know what I mean. He gets stuck in there. So it's but we're building a squad as well, because that's another thing. This is the best. Well, when I say best, this is a big squad we've got now. There's options on that bench, John. You know.
I still think we've sort of had a bad recruitment.
Right.
We spent 20 million, right? That your guy Thelwell says that was our net spend, right? We should have a better quality. We should have guys in there that's going straight into the team and impacted it straight away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We should be signing players that are no projects. No, we're going to have to. That you'll be a good player in 3 months. We shouldn't be signing that. We're spending 20 million. We should have guys that's going right in there. And okay, they might have the odd bad game or average game, but they should be in the team and impacting the team straight away. And then you add your 1 or 2 projects running about them. You know, that's the way I look at it.
The thing is, I think Mr. Kavanagh kind of accepted that, you know, we do need a couple of old school guys that are 32, 33. Their career, it's their last big couple of years. And the thing is, John, when we were younger, but 32, 33, they were the end of the careers. Defenders, if they've been looked after, as we've seen, they can touch the 40-year-old now. You know, I would get the boy from St Mirren. What's his name? You mentioned him, Tam. What's the boy at St Mirren? Nothing fancy about him, just does the job, you know, and a bit of a because we need a couple more leaders in the team, and I'm hoping that Rothwell comes on again, because we're told he'd be a good player. You know, Leeds, all Leeds fans said he was good. You know, he should be playing a bit further up the pitch, though, innit? Here we go.
I know.
Aye, fair down.
No sure if he's got the legs.
Aye.
I agree there with you, Tom. 100%. I think his legs are shot. They can't run about now.
Aye, but if we can get 60 minutes out of him, though, that's it, or an impact sub. But I know what you're saying. But the thing, it's very interesting who takes the free kicks and throw-ins tonight now. The Tav's not playing.
Okay, forgot about that. You know what? I know exactly who'll take them.
Who?
Derek Cornelius.
Aye, can he ping them? Aye, can't he? Aye,
he can hit a free kick.
Aye, I really, really hope we sign him, man. Because that's a captain there as well. There's a leader there, isn't there, John? You can see there's a presence about the big guy.
I still think he's a bit soft, physical wise. I think he's
right.
I think he's good on the ball. He's good in the air, but I think he's not got that bit. How would I put it? We got animal in him, mongrel
right,
in him.
Okay. Aye, a Richard Gough sort of stuff. Like
maybe that's still to come out. I don't know. But
the thing is, this is. I'm teaching you to suck eggs, but this is a restart again, and we're going to see players different. And Mikey Moore at the weekend's a prime example. Where did this kid come from? He's been terrible, and nobody knew more than him how bad he was. And he's come on, and Danny Rose. I don't know. We'll never. James, it looked to me, on you go, do your job, son. Stay down that wing there. Do your thing. Don't be scared. I was saying.
I think we will see a different side of the players, but we haven't really got that animal just now in any of the players. Not a single one of them.
But we
need a serious defender.
We definitely need it. You've just mentioned Alec Gogic, guys like that. We're playing teams like that, and we're getting bullied off the pitch.
Aye.
Rangers teams shouldn't be getting bullied with people like St Mirren's and Livingstones and stuff like that. We should be going out there and pissing all over them.
Aye, definitely. I mean, but at the same time, it's hard to find these players. Well, is it hard? It's not that hard to find them, but does that fit into what that clown Thelwell's way of thinking is? You know what I mean? There's that as well. And I'm just... This Thelwell, man, I don't know. I've not posted about this. You two might have heard it. I know that there's already a situation where Rolls asked for an ex-player and he was told no right away. At Christmas, the thingy. How true that is, I don't know. But there's a few people messaging me about it. I got a WhatsApp about it. I was like, fuck. But the thing is, and you know this as well as anyone. Social media, a Tim can send it, make stuff up, and the next thing you know, it gets forwarded 3 times and it's fact. I've tried it in the past myself.
But infiltrating.
Aye. But what's the comment saying? Raw's not afraid to have a go, is he? And he isn't. Let's be honest, as Ian McDonald's saying here, that is I don't want to say it's a brave team, but it's certainly different. It's an extremely attack-minded team. And like I say, I wonder what Hibs. I've been interested to see what the Hibs manager's saying right now. Going, wait a minute here. I did not expect this. There we go. What's it saying? What people saying? So So if I'm going to predict a result, what he's going for?
1-0 Rangers.
1-0
Rangers.
What are you going for, John?
I'm going to go for 2-1 Rangers.
I'm 3-1, so there we go. So there's this David Jenkinson. The thing is, though, when he did his interview and all that, right, forget that he knocked his back and all that, he'll have said, look, he'll have already presented players to Thelwell, won't he? I'm sure he has. He's got to have.
Has to have. That's kind of what happens in a managerial interview nowadays.
I would say so.
You identify who you want, and if that can't happen, then you should not take the job.
Suter's captain, mate. John Suter's playing tonight, Ali. He's captain.
Asgard is a wee dodgy one that I'm not happy has been dropped.
Aye, we'll see, man. It's but it's like I say, we don't know what the guy's mindset is and what's been happening in training. It's trying to second guess Danny Rose quite. It's interesting. It gives us something to talk about.
Yeah,
it does. To be fair, it's a big omission that only a manager with a set of kahunas would do.
Aye.
A Russell Martin wouldn't do that. A Philippe Clement maybe wouldn't have done that.
Nah. It's
Boyle.
Tells you
a lot about the man.
Is Boyle playing for them? I'll be honest with you, I don't know any Hibs players. And I should start watching more Scottish teams, but I very rarely watch other teams play. And for the purpose of this, doing this podcast and stuff, I should be able to have a bit more knowledge on them.
Martin Boyle
where are you getting all the time, Frankie, to watch all the other games?
I know. Well, that's me finished. I'm retired now, so that's it. This is all I do now. Brilliant. You know what I mean? Well, when
Martin Boyle is a dirty so-and-so.
When I say I'm retired, I'll still keep my offshore tickets and play. And there's, if I get the right offer, I'll go and do a job, because this might not work, all this stuff. But I'm off. I'm not doing anything for the next 6 months minimum.
Good man.
Just to answer the question about Martin Boyle, Martin Boyle is not playing. He is on the bench.
Is that good?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That is amazing, because he would make some of our defenders get a red card, let's say. He is a wind-up merchant and a dirty piece of
jobby.
Aye. That one.
To answer Eleanor here, the reason he's not the captain today is because he's not playing. He's on the subs bench. Every day's a Saturday, aye. Because when I'm offshore, every day's a Monday. But aye. There's that. Cheers, Nicky. But I've seen, like I say, John here is over in Australia. He's got his bed to talk to, so it'll be good.
I'm at my bed every morning at this time, just a bit.
Aye.
We start earlier here.
Aye, well, that's so you're going into work the day, aye?
Aye, well, I work. I'm self-employed. I've got my own wee business that I run, so I do my time to suit myself, basically.
Right, perfect. Aye, that's it. Well, the thing is,
you're completely correct. You are completely correct.
With the time zones and all that, I'll be closer to you. So it's what time's it? 10, and it's 2 coming up for 2 in the morning. So that'd be good. Maybe doing morning stuff and stuff like that. Our time, But we'll see how it goes. Like it's let's say having a young buck here, like keep us right as well. The thing is, John, what I want, I can't wait to see like Tam's age, the Union Bears and all that. They've not seen sustained success. They don't know what it's like. We have.
Well, we have, but it's been a while since we've seen sustained success. You know what I mean? We've had sort of, what did they keep hitting us with? The 3 trophies in 10 years or whatever.
I know.
What a lot of them forget, though, is in that 10 years, we've been to a European final.
That's right. Aye.
That was a biggie.
Aye. And 55 was massive. You know what I mean? It was just so bad that it was in COVID and there was nobody in the stadium. But outside the stadium was superb. But aye. The thing is, John, you know yourself. See, we'll use 9 in a row. When 9 in a row was happening, y'all knew this wouldn't last forever. And we knew that Celtic would have a period, but we never saw this coming, man. And it's hard. But I've said in the page a few times, something's got to click eventually, and let's just hope it's now. I mean, and the thing that's annoying is Celtic are in a bit of a disarray, and we're not there to put our foot in their throat.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was saying about the recruitment. If we would have recruited better in the summer, we would be top of the league. I'm quite certain of that. We would be. This would have been the time to do it. Might still be the time, that they might. I don't know. I always said this season that they were a Carter Vickers injury away from going into a crisis, and there he goes. He gets injured last week.
Right.
To guys I know that support Celtic, and they were laughing at me, going, "No, we've got a big squad and all that. Look with the team they had out on Sunday."
Aye. No, right. Aye, because even last night I was sitting in there. I flew up from London City Airport. I was sitting there, and I don't normally drink when I fly, and I've not drank in 3 weeks, probably about 4 weeks, because I was at work. And some guy bought me a couple of whiskies. And it was a Macallan something, and it went down like water. And then a couple of pints, and I was thinking to myself, this won't happen. But I was just thought, imagine we get a treble this year. It's total fairy tale stuff with disaster. Start off with disaster, and then to get the 3, it'll not happen. But it's there. It's a Netflix movie in the making,
Yeah.
This whole season in Scottish football is a Netflix movie in the making.
You're actually right.
Seriously, I don't know if anybody saw, but the guy that Aberdeen have just hired, who took a person hostage or something, died on the fitness park, killed a monkey or something.
What? So say that again, Tab. Right, what? Right, tell me the story again. Aberdeen, is he a player or a manager? What's the story?
They've signed him as a director of football, and the guy apparently died on the football park.
He did.
Either killed him, either took him, died and came back to life. He's either took a monkey hostage or killed a monkey, and either took a man hostage or killed a man. It's been all over the news recently. It's crazy.
I mean, I live where my house, not this house, the house we've just moved from. There was like 2,000 monkeys near our house, man. Catching a monkey is not a smart move because they'll let you know. You know what I mean? That's I'll let you say. Scottish football is just a whole aye. Wow, man. So John, right, you see that, like, just let the punters know about you. When did you move to Australia? You know, where are you from originally? Just a wee,
I'm
know your address or not that.
I'm from Maryhill, Glasgow.
Right.
And moved to Australia 16 years ago. So been here 16 years, and I run the Brisbane Rangers Supporters Club. So involved with that, myself and a few others. So, but Sunday night at the game, we had show the games at the Pig and Whistle. I was the only person in the pub watching the game, and I could have watched it in the house. That's how bizarre it was. There's normally a few who go in, but for some reason on Sunday I ended up the only one in the pub. And what I did was, I'm looking around the pub. There's the 2 bar staff on and 1 guy on the security on the door. And I thought, I can't have these guys sitting out here and I'm sitting in here. And I was driving as well, so I was sitting with half a pint. So I wasn't spending money at the bar. I thought, fuck it, go there. I've just swore, sorry. I said, I'll get him at half time and catch the second half in the house. So that's why I ended up doing that. But Sunday will be different. Rangers Celtic, pub will be mobbed.
Is it mixed or is it just you? Is it just Bears?
Aye. No, we've got our own section in the pub. You know what I mean? There's loads of other clubs in there. They'll watch the game, like all your English clubs.
Right. Aye.
Could I just bring something up?
How many beers we have in the pub on Saturday if you get a solid turnout
for the Old Firm? Well, we probably have upwards of 50.
Right. Brilliant.
You know. So.
Do you host Oslo this year?
We don't know. Adelaide's hosting it.
Aye. I mean, depending how things go, I might pop down to that. Like, I mean, that's certainly on my radar. I need to. Where's the next one after that? Have they not decided it yet?
Next one's in Sydney at Northern Beaches.
Oh, that'll be a good one to go. That'll get a few punters up coming over for that.
Yeah.
Aye.
I do want to just bring up something quickly.
Oh, go on, man.
I'm watching the Sky Sports coverage of our game tonight. Right. And for the first 15 minutes, all they've done is talk about them for East End.
Right. Oh, is it on as a Sky Sport? Right, hang on a second. Well, right, I'm not defending them, but you kind of, it is kind of big news, if you know what I mean. But yeah. Wait a minute, where is it?
Still a wee bit.
Oh, it's that ball bag Sutton's on. I got to keep him in mute.
Sorry. Aye. That's what I'm like, don't put it on.
Aye. But, all right, it's just another one here. We Alison's commenting about the Glasgow accent. You only use it. See people that lose their accent, they do it on purpose.
Oh, exactly.
It does man nothing.
I came out here with my 3 boys. My youngest one was 9, right? He's 25 now, obviously 16 years. We've all still got our accents.
Right. You only do it on purpose.
Right.
I think we slow down a bit.
Well, yeah, I've obviously got to do that when I'm talking to customers, but I'll never lose it.
Nah. You'll probably still throw about as many C words as you throw about when you're talking to Scottish people.
Aye, Lulu, I think it's Lulu, and it's made by Sheena Easton. You're like, oh yeah.
Oh, she was terrible.
I know, man, that was embarrassing.
She lost it in 5 minutes.
That's it. You have people go to holiday Spain for 2 weeks, come back speaking like Manuel out 40 Towers. You know what I mean? You're like, yeah, get up, yeah, bam. You know. But it's who's that? Who's commentating? It's see me McFadden, by the way. I think he's not a bad wee commentator. And I tell you who I don't mind at all. See Lennon. I think Lennon's quite a good pundit.
Yeah, he is a good pundit. The one pundit on my screen now that I can't see that one, Mark.
Aye.
You know.
No, we're not saying it on here. Either of them.
See you next Tuesday. Yeah. Lampard.
Is he a Celtic fan? No, I know him. That's correct. Well, I've grew up with Mark there. Sorry.
How do you don't know what that is then?
I wasn't paying attention. Aye. But you don't lose your accent.
One pundit I don't like, Chris Sutton.
Aye.
I'll be dying if I do.
Don't, for God's sake,
the only one that likes Chris Sutton's Chris Sutton.
Aye. And hang on, see when hearing commentating in England games, it's a completely different person. You know, he's professional. When it's up here, Boyd is all right. Boyd's good. But I despise McFadden. I keep fucking about my glasses. But I'm really excited about this tonight, man. It's a new era, and it is. And I just like the way the guy presents himself as well. And you still probably have a go at me here, especially you, John. See the suit thing. It wouldn't bother me if they wore a tracksuit, but I just like the fact he said that Rangers tradition is a suit, and I'm wearing a suit, and that was brilliant. Aye.
For me, a suit's compulsory.
Aye.
It's got to be. I think we've got to hold on to some traditions. You know what I mean?
Aye, yeah,
that's what always set Rangers apart for most of the other clubs. That our manager was always suited and booted. You know what I mean, on the side of the pitch.
Aye. Because do you know, right? See, going back to the dark old days of the Craig Whiting, do you know what's something that bugs me more than anything out of that period was selling those Arsenal shares. That was such a massive thing because there's next to no Arsenal shares available. I don't know how shares work, but I know they're like rocking horse poo, and selling them absolutely gutted me. I think we only had 4 shares, but there was just the tradition there because we were solid with Arsenal for years back in the day, you know.
I was told we actually got them back. I was told Rangers bought the shares back from Arsenal. I don't know if it's new shares they bought to replace the old ones. Somebody had told me, I can't remember, when it was, but we'd sorted that out and we'd got the shares back, or we'd bought new Arsenal shares.
Right. Okay. That's interesting. So, John, do your children, are they Bears? Do they follow the Rangers? Aye.
Fuck.
Aye. So, but do they like the Aussie rules though and all that? Because that's massive then. No. Fair dues, man. Because when I was there last year offshore, I mean, obviously surfing's a massive thing and all it. They were all watching that in the tea room, but Australia, it's the one sport. Australia are good at just a bit. It's a sporty nation, as you know. They just haven't quite got it with the national team, they've not really produced. I mean, there's not really an Australian player out there at the moment that's doing well. There's not what's his name? What was the last one? The goalkeeper and Harry Kewell. There's no Harry Kewell kicking about there, is there?
They had a sort of golden era there, maybe 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when they had Tim Cahill and all these guys playing.
Aye.
But it's kind of they've all sort of moved on now. They've got Jason Cummins now playing for them.
Jason Cummins, I like Jason Cummins, man. He's a character, isn't he? He was not a bad player for us, but still, the one player from that period I liked was Waghorn, and Markham was good. He was a good player, man. He would do well in this team.
Yeah.
But that's you can't dwell in the past too much, But so right, listen, gents, that's 40 minutes, right? I'll leave you. We'll log out here now. And John, it's brilliant to have you on. Because it's good having it, and we'll certainly get you back on again. Tam. Remember, follow Tam's Rangers page and the Melbourne Rangers supporters Facebook pages. Go hunt them. You know how to find them in your social media. Brisbane! Yeah, ball bag!
Follow Melbourne as well. Melbourne as well.
But I follow all of them, but I follow them all and get their algorithm up and all that stuff. So, but Tam, thank you. Tam, I'll be after the game, Tam, if you want to come on.
Aye. If my pal's gone home, hopefully it has, raging.
Right, so before we go, Tam, what's the score going to be?
1-0 Rangers.
John?
2-1 Rangers.
3-1 Rangers. There we go. Right, thanks very much, gents, all right?
Right, guys.
Catch
you. See ya.